Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we have got yet another amazing tutorial for your beautiful faces to enjoy. If you remember yesterday, we took a look at automatic storage and I showed you how to build a one-wide tieable automatic item sorter filter. I also explained to you how and why these work. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at non-stackable item storage via the Allay mod. So what we're going to do is I'm going to offload the entire contents of my inventory full of non-stackable items into this chest. We are going to slide down to the end and watch these Allays pick up all these items, just to prove to you that the Allays can pick up non-stackable items. Alright guys, so now that all the items have been dispensed and the Allays have picked them up, we can look in these chests just so I can prove to you they actually sorted them. So this is poison, yup, instant damage, yup, water breathing, yup, shoes, pants, chest plate, helmet, elytra, trident, hoe, shovel, axe, pickaxe, and sword. So now you have proof that these guys do actually sort non-stackable items. Now, this auto dropper is on a relatively long timer, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, why is the auto dropper on such a long delay? Well, the reason is because otherwise these Allays would miss items. This is roughly how long it takes for an Allay to reset and be able to pick up another item. If this was any shorter, the Allays would just start missing items. And now the reason we have note blocks is because those signal to the Allay to drop the item. Without the note blocks, the Allay wouldn't actually drop the item off into the hopper. It would just continue to hold on to it, and yeah, you wouldn't be getting that thing back. Now let's go ahead and take a look at just one slice of this thing. So you've got your double chest with a hopper on top of it. There is ice right behind your double chest with glass behind that to kind of hold in water. There is a slab above that hopper, and the Allay is being held in that hopper. This way the Allay is kept in there nice and easy, and you can't use minecarts or anything else with these guys, otherwise they can't actually pick up items. So the only way to do this is by trapping them in a hopper like so. And then you have a solid block with redstone on top of it to power the note block. So now that I've shown you that this farm does work, explained to you how it works, it is time for me to show you how to build these Allay item sorters. For your use, there's going to be a full materials list containing all the items used to build one slice of this farm, plus the auto dropper, down in the description below. And with all that information out of the way, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do when it comes to building your Allay item sorter is obviously place in the chests that the items are going to be stored in. Then we can place the hoppers on top of the back half of those where the Allays will be stored. And we can place a piece of ice behind each double chest. Now place a temporary block on top of that ice and a piece of glass to the back of it. This will be to hold in the water stream. And then on top of each glass block, place a solid block with redstone dust above it. Now we can place a note block right next to every solid block above the ice, leaving a 1x1 block of air above the ice for your water to flow on. Now it is time to add your Allay. In survival, this will be a relatively difficult thing to do. In my latest How About Dat SMP episode, I ended up installing an Allay item sorter on a drowned farm to sort out tridents. It took me about 25 to 30 minutes to get the Allay in this hopper, so in survival it does take a while, but after a bit of practice you should be able to get it pretty quick. Now what we're going to do is place our half slab on the top half of the note block, just above our hoppers like so. Then we're going to put an Allay inside each hopper and hand it an item that we want sorted. Then we're going to place a glass block in front of it like so to protect the Allay and keep it encased. Now it is time to add in the auto dropper and the water. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is place a button on the end of my ice so that the water won't end up flowing everywhere. Then what I'm going to do is place another block of ice out the other side encase it in glass like so. Then I'm going to put in a upside down stair. That way items that get dropped into it just go straight down the center of the block, and they don't end up stuck on the side and getting stuck on the hoppers. Now I'm going to go above that stair with 2 temporary blocks, remove that middle one, place a upside down dropper facing into that stair. You can now waterlog that stair and then place a block of glass right next to it. You can remove that temporary block of glass above it. You can put solid blocks in both of these locations. You can come out by 3 solid blocks right there, like so, up by 1, a solid block there, and then 4 more there. You can place your comparator facing into the block right next to your dropper, just like so, and put it in subtract mode. Have that going into 2 repeaters on 4 ticks. Have those repeaters go into the solid block, right next to it redstone dust. 2 more repeaters on 4 ticks, and then 2 redstone dust like so. Now what we're going to do is remove this redstone dust, place a solid block there, and break the one below it. See redstone dust there, put a redstone repeater above that block, and put another redstone dust here. This way the signal can get sent across to power the note blocks without interfering with the dropper and just kind of powering this whole thing permanently. Now what I'm going to do is place a hopper going into the dropper and put a chest above it, so this is where you'll put the items you want to run through your system. And now your system is complete. We can go ahead and start sorting items. So what I'm going to do is grab the 4 items that I want to be sorted, and I'm going to grab 3 items that won't be sorted and should just be dumped out the end. And I'm going to put all of these into the machine. Now we're just going to wait for all of the items to run through the system, and then we will check and see if they were properly sorted. Okay, now that all the items have run through the system, we've got the 3 items that I stuck in there that weren't supposed to be in this, that weren't supposed to get sorted out by the Allays, and they weren't. If we open the chest for shoes, there are shoes. Pants, there are pants. The chest plate, there is a chest plate. And the helmet, there is a helmet. Proving that this does work, and what I have just shown you how to build will successfully sort out non-stackable items. Anyways guys, now that I have shown you how to build the Allay item sorter and explained to you how it works and why the design is the way it is, this is going to be the end of today's video. If you have enjoyed, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. You have no idea how much it inspires me to just continue making these videos when I see that subscriber count go up. Anyways guys, this has been Mr. Gaming Aquatic, and I will see you next time. Bye!